nut piece. So this is kind of more for the Studebaker guys, Avanti 2 guys, stuff like that. So this, minus the tie rod ends that I've got laying over there, is all the steering of an old Studebaker suspension or steering for your, your Larks, your Hawks, your Avantis. It'll cover a lot of it. But anyway, so this is obviously a power steering unit, because here's my power steering cylinder, right? Getting rid of this. Mounts to the frame, mounts to your bell crank. I'm going to go ahead and set the pump down so I don't drop it. The power steering pump. So this is really what I want to show you anyway. So when you jack your car up and you got it off the ground, you grab the wheels and you try to move them around a little bit. If you get some movement, these are some places to look, and that's the bell crank, and this is the pivot that the bell crank goes on. So the bell crank is set up something like this in your car. Goes through the frame, goes down through this guy, right? Well, goes down this way. Okay? You got a nut on the bottom here. Okay? That nut can be a little bit loose and cause you some issues if you have play up and down. If you have no play up and down, this dude's just got brass bushings in it. They drive out and replace. There is a grease spot on this guy. Not the easiest to get to, but you can get to it. Then the other thing to watch on this bell crank is actually this, because a lot of people don't realize this dude's in two pieces, and you can see that dude's cut out for a bolt to go through. So the bolt goes in this side, tightens this dude down, and it's tight. And sometimes this is good, and people think, oh, my front suspension's crap, the bell crank's loose. But it's actually this bolt that needs tightened up, because the bell crank's pivoting on this. So you can always look for that. But what I'm doing today is I'm tearing everything out, and I'm going to a rack, and I will try to let you guys know how it goes. This is just a little short video so you can see this. This is my steering box. But this is the power steering valve. The power steering valve on these, when you turn the wheel, it senses that little bit of movement back and forth because it's going to have pressure on it, right? So this piece moves just a little bit, so that gives you a little bit of play, but then that tells the car which direction you're turning and how to apply power. This thing leaks like a sieve, and it was like $290 for a rebuilt kit or something like that. If they hadn't decided to ping this onto the pitman arm, I'd probably just pulled this dude off and see how this box acted manual. But since this is pinged on here, I'm like, screw it, I'm done, I'm going to a rack. So that's what I'm working on going to now, is a rack. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the entire little Studebaker steering system in a nutshell. So there you go. But like I said, watch that bell crank. Check the tightness of this bolt. Check and make sure you don't have any play right at these bushings. If you don't have any play at those bushings and this bell crank, then you got to check your tie rod ends and all that, which you probably know. But knowing that bell crank bolt is there might help a few of you guys out. So anyway, until next time, man, love. Peace.